Oh, snap. It's time to yap. And I'm your host, Big C, and welcome to another episode of Just Yappin'. Today is going to be a quick one. It's a little Christmas Eve special, episode 11. I'm just going to talk basically about the little different things that we do for the Christmas Eve holiday. And I want you guys to also comment. Thank you for all those that have been subscribing to my YouTube page and to the TikTok page. I've been getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of good things. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very, very much. It means a lot to me. Um, so Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna start out by saying that, my wife calls me the Scrooge because it's not that I don't like Christmas, because that's not how it is. It's just I'm on a different level when it comes to Christmas. Um, I just feel like everything it happens once a year, right? When I think that it should happen all the time, right? I'm not saying Christmas. I'm saying the way that we all behave amongst one another, right? Because when you go to parties and you haven't seen people in a long time, oh my God, let's get together. Where have you been? You'll give me your number. Let's make plans, and never happens. I don't care where you live. I don't care who you are. It's everywhere. I mean, if you're that type of person that you do see your friends or your family like all the time, kudos to you. But there's certain, people that you do see, or oh my God, how's so and so? Oh, they're all right. Why don't you call them? And then in the back of your mind, you're like, because they don't call me. It's repetitive. It doesn't matter what nationality you are, where you come from. It's the same all over. So what I'm trying to say is that I kind of feel that people use Christmas as that, let's all come together. And yes, it's true. But and then at the hindsight, why can't you do it all the time, right? So that's just me. I enjoy Christmas because the gifts that are received, especially by the little kids, I love to see their happy faces and get to play some really cool things. If they have games, get to play some really cool games. That's really exciting, and I love to see the joy, especially in my son. I love to see the joy in his face when he gets the gifts from Santa that he wanted. And then as they get older, you would hope that they appreciate where the gifts come from. Because it's unfortunate, because there's most people out there, or some people that don't have that, like, good thing from Santa, right? Even if you're good or bad, that they don't have the opportunity to get certain things that they want, because you just can't get it. It's can't afford it, right? I just wish that there's some people that we lost along the way. I wish that they were here, but they're not. And just like you folks out there probably wish the same thing I do. Um, we can sit here all day and talk about the great food that goes on with the Christmas traditions and stuff. I know, especially for my Latinos and my Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Uruguayans, Colombians, everybody, right? Everybody has different ways of going, celebrating Christmas. We normally, like a lot of people celebrate, they usually get together Christmas Eve, right? And then they'll go home, or whomever, and celebrate Christmas Day in their homes or whatever. But there's some people that work. For those that work, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much, especially to police, fire, military. Thank you for what you do every day for keeping us safe. Also, getting back to, like, as far as the different things that you do for Christmas Eve, like we're like tonight. Well, a lot of my family members, we used to get together and do something at my brother-in-law's house, but a lot of the family, a good portion of the family are all, they're away. So it's just going to be us, my family, and then we'll probably do just a little dinner, come home, wait for Santa to come, open a few gifts, and then tomorrow we celebrate with my side of the family, who are half Puerto Rican, half Greek. We go down to their place in the lower parts of New York City, and we just have a great time because they're great people, great food. That's what we all want. Uh, but for you folks out there, if you are traveling this week, especially for the Christmas holiday and for the New Year, because I know you guys like extending, your holiday little vacation, which is fantastic, especially for the kids. I'm big with Christmas lights. I love, like, not me in my house. I'm just saying, like, if I travel and see Christmas light, I love that stuff because it just shows you how dedicated people are to decorating their homes or their businesses or whatever. It is beautiful. If you are in the New York City area visiting from other states or countries or whatever, I would suggest, if not this year, next year. It could be a little far if you're in the lower portions or whatever. People travel. If you're going to travel to New York City, then just take a quick trip. It's not bad. Go to Brooklyn. It's called Diker Heights in Brooklyn. Those people, and I'm gonna tell you, those people out there, those homes are multi-million-dollar homes. Like, man, like Tony Montana mansions, for real. They decorate, and I'm not saying maybe some people do decorate their own homes, but I know there's competitions between like landscaping companies or lighting companies that go all out. It's a different story when you see it on, because you can type it in YouTube, and it's a different story just looking at the different houses and the way they're decorated. But then it's another story of you seeing it with your own eyes. We went last year. Unbelievable, beautiful, like amazing, right? If you're into the Christmas spirit and you love all that stuff about Christmas and what Christmas brings and the joy and the festivities and all that, you will love Diker Heights. Diker Heights, Brooklyn is great. And again, I'm not getting paid to say, where these lights are being held and all that other stuff. I'm just saying, just it's just feedback, right? Feedback from where I went, and I'm just feeding it back to you guys. So again, if you are visiting to New York City and you do have the opportunity to take a quick trip, it's called Diker Heights in Brooklyn. It's very, very nice. And it's crazy because they have, like, in the corners, they have like little food trucks. They have like coffee trucks and stuff like that. So, the only thing they don't have are restroom areas and stuff. I think they did have a couple of Porta Johnie somewhere, but yeah. But anyway, Christmas to a lot of people mean, joy and happiness and great wishes and all that. So I can only say that I wish all that for you folks out there watching. I hope that this coming year, for some, have probably been bumpy or bumpier. I hope that road smoothens out for you, and that you get what you wish for. If you don't, I always tell you on my little shorts that I do, my motivational shorts that I do, just keep going. Yeah, listen, I know it's redundant and I know it's repetitive and I know that it's just like, when is it going to stop? But I always think about that there's someone who's less fortunate than I am, right? So that's how I go about it. And that's how you should think about it. If you think like you're having a day, you could be like, oh my God, you should think about, man, there's someone else who's having a worse day than I am. Or, that's the way it is for them, and I feel bad for them. So to make it easier, but I know there's some people out there that are really struggling, not only financially, but with their health. And I just wish that things will get better for you. I hope. I'm not religious, but I send little prayers out to you folks out there who are struggling. So if you do believe in dreams and you believe in miracles and stuff like that, I hope that those little portholes open up for you and you get what you wish. Okay. So I also recall with Christmas growing up, with us being, of course, I say it all the time, us being from the Puerto Rican culture. Puerto Ricans are crazy. Us Puerto Ricans are nuts. So if it's not something mixed, or for some of you, coquito, I make it like, not like they do on the island from scratch. They use eggs and it's more like a custard type thingy. No, I'm not disrespecting. I'm just saying, nah. And it's kind of sad that I've seen on the shelves that Goya has a coquito kit. Oh, that's a punch in the stomach for the people who actually make it from scratch and all that. I don't make it from scratch, but I make it. I don't, I buy the cans, but I do it my way as well. So it's basically a Spanish eggnog with a little spike in it, a little cinnamon and some added flavors, some coconut, some Caribbean flavor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bring that to my cousin's house tomorrow, which I normally do, plus some other goodies. And we used to, I remember growing up, my mom and her friends, who there were some that were like little music artists and stuff. So they used to bring their little drum, not drum set, but little whatever congas, or their little tambourines and a little guitar and little person that could sing. And they used to do caroling, like Americans do the caroling. We used to do, it's called parrandas, right? You used to go door to door and just Christmas carol, but and then they'll end up inside the house playing, and there's food and there's drink and all that other stuff. And us little guys used to be dragged along, and you'll find us sleeping either underneath somebody's bed where all the jackets are, like I mentioned on one of my other episodes, or just on somebody's chair until we go to the next house. And then by the fourth or fifth house, whether they drink alcohol or not, everybody's tipsy from the coquito or whatever else they had to drink, and it's great. It was great at the time. And going back, we can all go back, right, in time, but so many things have changed. I think that a lot of the customs that we used to have and a lot of the traditions and stuff are gone. You don't see it anymore, and it's really sad. But some people still celebrate Christmas and Christmas Eve and all that else. They still do the same stuff, which is really, really nice, especially within the families. But unfortunately, some of us pass away, and then you don't have that original backbone, the stone that was, paved for you, right, to stand on. It's not there anymore, so you have to try and create one for yourself and your families, right? So we could sit here all day and talk about the delicious foods, right? I know the Latinos eat the roast pork, right? The pig, the pernil, and pasteles, which is a different types of, and I don't mean to be disgusting, but it looks like poop wrapped up. It really does. I'm sorry. But it's all mashed, different types of roots and potatoes and stuff mashed in, right? And then they fill it with either chicken or beef or pork, with all the goodies in there, and they wrap it in a banana leaf, and it's like mushy, right? And they boil it, and it could either be like spicy or regular. And there's arroz con gandule, which is a rice and bean mixture, like the Jamaicans call it rice and peas. I mean, and rice and arroz con gandules, or other goodies, macaroni salad, all that other stuff. I mean, you can go on and on and on. And then the desserts, flan. Boy, I'm getting hungry. So anyway, and I know other nationalities and cultures do it different. Like the Italians do the fish, which are unbelievable. Man, yeah. Those things, those dishes are really, really good. And there's traditions, and there's prayers, and there's all that. Like tomorrow when I go see my Greek family, they do prayers and the food, and souvlaki and the pastizo and all that other stuff that they eat, which is fantastic, right? It's really, really good. So I think that this is my time. Please, if you ever get the opportunity to go on YouTube or TikTok, please like, subscribe, and comment on my pages. Again, I know you see it behind me, and I didn't mention it early, that this episode is sponsored by Dubby. Be better, drink Dubby, and you get 10% off if you go get any Dubby merch or energy drink stuff when you use the code XT0419 for Dubby. I wish you well. I don't know if I'll be on for Christmas tomorrow, but I'll probably do one next week, probably for New Year's Eve. If you're tuning in, I'll try and get a motivational one going, or just in general, so I could say what's up to my fans and my great people out there around here in the States and around the world. All right. So you guys be safe. I'll see you soon, and let's do it again. I'm Big C. Peace.